For some trunk fit?
What? What is truck fit? What?
Lil Wayne.
No. Fuck. What? No. Why?
Weezy F baby. Don't forget the F.
So, quick question, John. Huh? I love your energy this past week.
Oh.
Nice. How you been just sending weird ass YouTube videos and like recording them and thank you. That's made me like legit like what the fuck this dude every morning and I just find enjoyment in it.
It's on a positive note though every time.
Right.
You know, it's kind of funny because when I wake up, I'm just like, I'll have a song that's in my head and like, I'm just going to go to my group chat and scream it or yell it or something. It's like, whatever, it's fine. They'll laugh, you know?
The to get the day going.
Yeah, the old vines or something. Like,
yeah, so I just want to say thank you because I find those enjoyable every time. I'm like, what is the dude saying today? I'm like, what is this? Like, so energetic in the morning, too. I'm just like,
say, hey, my homeboy cute.
Yeah. the fucking plaster doll.
But yeah, so thank you. I want to appreciate you for that. But want to welcome back everybody to another episode of It's On Us podcast.
Hey.
Take 2 on this one.
Yeah, take 2 because, you know, John always fucking shit up. But today we have Cliff.
Yo.
Ash.
Peace and love.
Me. No Gabe
Boo.
this episode because he's at softball and he had a wedding last night.
He's hitting dingers right now. That's what he's doing.
And he was
I forgot to juice John because, you know, he fucked up the first take.
Hi. Hey, what's up? My name's John.
Good.
So welcome back, everybody. So how was everybody's week this week?
It's good. It was hot.
Interesting, to say the least.
It's been a roller coaster. A lot of things going on this week. Yeah. I don't want to start off on like a gloomy note, but rest in paradise to Bonnie Santiago. She went home last week or Tuesday. Yeah, she lived a good life, long life. Left an amazing legacy. So this Christmas we won't have Coquito.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
but
yeah,
still, you know, she's with us always. So
yeah,
condolences.
Mm-hmm. So on this week's episode, I had the bright idea I want to have some deep conversations. Some topics like just good conversation starters, you know, just to help us in, you know, any day situation to really, if we want to learn about somebody, learn about those people. You know what I mean? And I figure with you guys, why not with you guys?
Okay.
Great.
So are we like having an intervention? Are we going to therapy? Like,
No.
Wait, you want to go deep with us?
Whoa, pause.
Just dive into my soul.
Jesus.
Like, no, that's your soul. I just want to see.
Laugh a little bit.
body.
So I just took some screenshots. We're just gonna go through these questions and really just have like good conversation today.
Mm-hmm.
And
all right, boss.
And we want to hear from our listeners as well. With these
Why do
questions.
you say it like that?
Well,
like
we want to hear from y'all. Please,
No, real talk. I'm tired of y'all not interacting.
Yeah,
it's about time y'all say something back. All right.
Hey, what's up? I'm talking to you.
Yeah,
in the blue shirt. Yeah,
with the hat on.
Don't get me riled up.
With the little ugly ass hat.
Don't get me riled up.
I'm starting to like talk shit. Like,
I'm down, bloodbath.
I'm not gonna listen to this anyway.
Can get
That's a
cute.
cute. Hey, you know what? That's like you have a cute dog, and
you know what? I hope you fucking succeed in life. All right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shout out to you because you
Shout
did
out to
it.
you
and your cat. We love your cats
or
too.
your dog.
So
yeah.
cat lovers.
But so yeah, some of the questions that I found were, for example, let's start off with this one because we all look at each other like and figure like if somebody holds honor to you, like, so what does it honor mean to you? Like, what do you when you hear the word honor, like, what does it mean?
If I had to say what honor meant, I mean honor is something of a, I don't know, maybe like a higher standard or something. I don't know, like
an esteemed standard,
honorable,
like,
you know, like you're experienced in whatever you're doing, or you're respected, you know.
Because like when you introduce a judge, they say you're honorable,
mm-hmm.
and it's like, how makes them just because they're a judge because they have all these years at law school makes
put
them,
you in like a hierarchy, like, you know, you're up here versus everybody else type of deal.
I guess.
I mean,
maybe.
It took me a while. I'm sorry. I was like staring off in a deep space and shit, thinking about this. I'm like real deep on it. I mean, I guess like, you know, a person that we consider honorable is like a soup, like, you know, they got to where they're at in life through being like not only like extremely honest, but just like, you know, execute, like John
a good
said,
leader.
Yeah, being a leader, being honest, just being, you know, the man pretty much. You find that being honorable. Just like kind of like, you know, the OG on a block, you know what I mean? That's an honorable man. Everybody knows who you can go to, talk to. And same for like grandpas and family. You know, they're kind of honorable. Everybody go to grandpa, talk to him. look
Okay.
up to him and stuff like that. So you know, there's different levels of honor. I feel like just like you know, a general in an army can be an honorable man because he's done so much for his country and shit like that. So you know, there's different versions of honor, but it's through being again like a super honest person. You didn't really have to get through life like deceiving people and shit like that.
To be well liked or something. honor.
So like another example would be like a religious person that's like the Honorable Louis Farrakhan.
There you go.
On like a frequency level, he's been here long enough to understand how life works and the frequencies of how you should approach situations per se, or whatever you want to do in your life. So that's one honor definition you can say, but there's many ways to perceive honor.
Right. Because like a lot of these questions, it's just all a matter of perception, and I think that's great for a group like us because we all have different backgrounds and everything. You know, for example, like another one is like, would you want to try like for us? It's not too long ago, but like would we travel back in time before we had internet? Because like we were kind of that generation that grew up with the internet, so it's like
it's our little brother.
Yeah. So like but another way, like we can also try to look at it from like our older sibling or like our parents' point of view.
Oh, shit, my fault.
What's that?
Ash, messing up.
Go ahead.
But like our parents growing up, like not understanding really what internet is or being scared of it.
After reading the question, do I want to travel back to a time before the internet? I say all the time, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Only because there was just like connection was real. Like when somebody told you, hey, you're meeting me there tonight, you were meeting them there that night, y'all were going to have a blast. The pictures you took were like, you know, on a Kodak, you know, camera or something like that.
Right.
But, you know, you were living in the moment. There was no, you know, say if somebody was bored, they were kind of forced to be in on the fun or really just go to hell home. There was no, you know, posting a picture, having a blast, blah, 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 blah. You know, there was none of that going on. Everything was an authentic vibe.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't need social media to validate you're having a good time.
Yeah,
you were
you
just
go.
present. You were there. Like that's.
It was like by word almost. Like the word was like your bond. Like I'll be there at 9 o'clock at the arcade or whatever. You know, it's like or the bar or wherever you were. Like you had to, like you said, it's
Meeting downtown.
Yeah.
Downtown, we meeting up. We don't know what we're doing yet, but downtown this time. This time, right now.
like how we just scheduled that like tea time for like golf. It's like.
Yeah.
That is something that we would just went to the golf course if we were in like the 80s or 70s. You know,
Yeah,
right,
they
just
said
hope
what
to
time
catch
is
that shit,
available.
yeah.
They said, "Oh, come back later." But okay, we'll come back.
Come
We'll
back
do
later,
something
yeah.
else and come back at the time. But now it's like we kind of have to use it to our advantage. Like,
yeah, that's convenient as hell. I mean, we just scheduled a tea time and didn't even have to talk to anybody. Just
Right. And again, it was just truly authentic to the point where, like, when you wrote letters or even left voicemails, like, you were really talking from your heart because you're using your voice. You're really using your creativity and your wits versus either looking something up or copying something you may have seen. And psychologically, they say, like, you know, like 57, 63% of the time, if you're taking photos of yourself at a place, you're actually one of the more miserable people at the place because, again, you're trying to validate your happiness. Because if you're not taking, like they say, people, don't get me wrong, if you're taking pictures, you are creating memories and stuff like that, but for the most part, when you don't take pictures, you're truly living in the moment and enjoying yourself. I'm not going to say that's all people, but like
no, that's very good, but because some people like just want to take pictures to have those memories, because you know sometimes you just want to. But I do agree. I think some people, or there is a small group of people that
I think it's the intention of posting online to say, "Oh,
celebrating."
are
whatever.
you making those sounds?
Yeah. But this is what people do, like try to make it seems like it's more than what it is.
Right.
Yeah,
Like I'm living my best life, when it's like, are you though, or are you just living alone, thinking you're living the best life?
But some people fall for it though,
Right.
and start comparing. And again,
Well-
comparison is the biggest thief of joy.
And here's kind of like a piggyback question: is like, what would you use to describe social media in one word?
Useful.
Okay.
It's useful. I ain't gonna sit here and just say lame or something like that. Like I'm completely rejective of it, because the whole idea of it was to connect and help people really build, not just for themselves but for their families. It's just, but when you have I'm gonna use the word frequency because that's kind of been the word of the day since we've been down here, who are at a lower frequency level and have lower frequency thoughts. They use the tool for, again, their own means, and it's their tool to use for whatever, but they use it again for low entertainment purposes, or again just trying to capture attention or likes and stuff like that, when again the tool was used to connect, keep people mingling, and hopefully connecting businesses and sorts of stuff like that. And some people do it with collaborations and shit. You
Yeah.
see it
Right.
through successful, online personalities.
Yeah, so I would agree with Cliff. Like, it's definitely, if I can define it, it would be resourceful. But there's so much things you can do on the internet that can apply to your life and help raise your level of frequency of where you want to be. Like, you got the choice to engage with people who are on a lower level that love, I don't know, ass shaking videos or whatever. You can feed your algorithm that,
Damn.
or you can
The latest drip.
right, the latest drip, the latest Jordans, whatever. But like, you can change it. Be like, hey, I want to create a stock plan. And then you start following these things, and it's like your algorithm's like, he wants to go up. Let me feed that to him. So
Yep.
it really is on you.
Right.
So
The almighty algorithm.
It applies to a weird way of living in the Matrix. You gotta figure, we have the ultimate tool in our pocket. And again, going back to what Ash was just saying about the algorithm, depending on what you feed your tool is what it feeds you. If you just want to look at certain shit, it's gonna give you that. But when you're trying to grow and build, it will give you some things. You just have to connect the dots and be willing to come out of pocket, depending on what you're striving for.
even when people say like, I want to go on a diet, but I'm like, a diet applies to more than just food aspect. Like what you see, what you're around,
Yeah, what you consume. Also, not even consume and consume.
Yeah,
Like
on both ends.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Jacob, for you,
I would say you said useful, right?
Yep, useful.
resourceful.
Distracting.
Okay.
It could be.
Because you could get caught up. You could sprain your thumb by scrolling too damn much. Honestly, Real
I
shit.
wonder.
There's gonna
I
definitely
was
be
gonna
carpal
say-
tunnel in the future.
Yeah,
Right,
like
way more.
media thumb or social thumb or something
Hey, we
like.
could patent that.
I ain't patented it.
Yeah, they gonna come up with it on their own.
We could patent that shit right now, though. And anybody that wants to try to use that name in anything, we get paid.
They gonna use a Latin name and just go around it.
Loophole.
That sounds
loophole.
like the USA. Yeah, put it that way.
Socialist lumbiticus or thumbidicus, something like that.
Yup.
But yeah, like distracting because even I've been caught up just scrolling on Instagram, Snap, Face, just chilling. So yeah, I think distracting. I think a lot of us can get caught up in those distracting circles. You take a social media break here and here and there. Cliff, you got mad at me because it's my fault. You got back on Facebook, but whatever.
For sure.
But,
Share our content more,
Yeah.
which I do every week.
appreciate it. Better than some people. But
Doesn't really
yeah,
feed me. but
distracting.
yeah. Okay.
And it is. I'm glad that I have the app in my phone that tells me weekly how much time I spend on my phone and where at.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That way I can cut down. I'm so thankful that Apple came up with that. I love watching myself in a weird way.
Yeah, I got mine this morning and said I was down 15%. I'm
Nice.
like, nice.
Oh yeah,
shit.
Sundays. Yeah, it does that. Shit. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, you new to that new iPhone.
No,
Life,
I had that before.
I don't know if
the
you're old
the
ass.
7 did that. The 7 did that. Look,
Okay.
the 7 had the button. That's the only
had the button.
RIP button.
But what about you?
No, I won't even say that the three of you guys. I think those.
Pretty much hit it on the head.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
it.
It's
So-
like there's positives and negatives to it for sure.
So to kind of keep on humans, because social media, human interaction.
Or bots.
Or bots, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, here's some new, human nature questions. One is that I actually asked you guys all earlier. I don't know if I asked you, Cliff, but are humans better at creation or destruction?
Now, you did ask me that, but it made me go just like that. Because, in a weird way, I want to say we're better at creating than destroying because it takes us a long time to destroy ourselves.
Okay.
It does, because even though we've had civilizations start over and recreate, we spend more time creating and building ourselves up before we get bored enough to start cannibalizing ourselves and doing dumb shit. So I'm going
Okay.
to say we're better at creating than destroying because everything I just stated.
Okay. What about you, John?
Oh fuck! I mean, in a way, yeah, I do agree that we do create a lot. I mean, just think of the physical feats, the skyscrapers, and the even like the pyramids and things that have been man-made throughout the history.
Like the wheel.
Like, yeah, the creation
Fucking
of
wheel.
yeah. I mean, there's so much creation of like those like stock markets and things that aren't as tangible as a beer bottle or something. It's Bitcoin and all these things that are man-made, created things,
metaverse.
in a part of society.
right.
But then also the destruction of it was like the lack of caring as far as like China and their thoughts on like factories and like they're having no regulations and destroying the planet. Like you said, it takes a long time, but they're still destructing while creating. I guess if that makes sense.
Because I think we all like humanly get it. We're trying to get along. We prefer peace over violence, even though violence is inherited naturally through all of us. That's just the truth of human nature. And I mean, look at the peace things. I mean, that we create every single day. It's very easy to say, "I don't like you today. Let's go to war." You know, you're constantly creating peace on a day by day basis because there's all sorts of even like stuff at a higher level that we don't understand constantly going on. Again, creating and destroying relationships, peace, and rivalries. But
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's so much. It's like creating of physical things and non-physical, like you mentioned. So I'm sorry to cut you off there, but yeah.
And I think, but at the end of the day, as adults, when we all look at children, we understand there is a future ahead of us. So what's the point of like breaking everything down? But again, there will be madmen out there who don't give a damn and will do that. But there's more good than bad out there, I feel like.
I agree. Yeah. For that, I'd say definitely. I would say this, so kind of like a caveat, like, okay, yes, we do create well, but we also destroy.
We self-sabotage.
We can destroy, very in an instance, in a heel turn.
I think self-sabotage is a better word. I don't think we do. I kind of agree with what you said, like as far as like the structures and all the things that we've made and stuff like that. But I feel like sometimes like we still do dumb stuff that makes us scratch our head. Like we could be so proficient in this, but on the simpler or moral things or stuff like that, it's like that makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? So I think we get caught sometimes and like, oh yeah, look at all this good, but it's like, look at all the dumb shit you've done too. Like we've done too. Yeah. So.
Okay.
And I think about this too. Think about like how long it took them to build the pyramids and just like how synergetic like that nation worked. I feel like us as a nation with all the technology we have, if we really stop paying attention to like the bullshit politics that we do and start putting ourselves like back into shit that's important. Like for instance, in the 80s, I love the fact like it was a whole fitness era for like 10 years. I feel like with the technology we have now, and it's 2022 now, we're going on 2023. If we like really attack obesity for the next 7 years, I feel like we can really kill it off by 2030.
Well, I think
but we don't want to for some reason.
Well, the whole thing with COVID, then was like, okay, Peloton was that was big, everybody was getting Pelotons, but also
they lost so much money.
Yeah, Pelotons are also $4,000,
and that shouldn't be. You know what I mean?
So
when you want your nation fit,
they're almost like gatekeeping of fitness, and like that would be a great way for people to, if you can give out Pelotons or whatever bike, a bike that interconnects people and that allows people to be working out at their home, and to say you sold it for a few $100s, but they're they're looking at it. Well, there's a lot of technology involved and a lot of we need our money back, but.
They were going to build a headquarters.
Now you sounded like
Toledo.
me from high school because I used to say that all the time. With all the stuff that we have in abundance and stuff like that, I understand you want your money for your product and everything, but if you give enough away at a reasonable price, you will make your money back.
But not the money that they want to make back.
Yeah,
because they've been laying off people, so probably what they're doing is they probably can't sell enough to
keep up with all that. Well, and then what happened was they were supposed to build something in Toledo, Ohio, like a headquarters or production plant. They had to stop it. They said, no, we can't afford it.
And I get it.
Because
you got to think about the materials and everything to go into it. But I'll just hit you with this. Because like John said, they are like, what, $4,000, $5,000 and shit like that. So only really like the top 10% of the nation can afford it. But if you sold it at a reasonable price of like $200-$300 where, somebody can afford it, you will make your money back across the nation, if not across the world. You know what I mean?
Then there's even I think that I don't have a Peloton. All right, so
me neither.
He said
I go outside.
But it's I think there's even like a subscription. You have to get like a subscription to be on their little like workout plan. So it's very gatekeeped like, and I don't know how we got on this topic exactly, but like
what was the question starting off?
And the question was, are we better at creation or destruction?
Yeah, so like, I guess like for that, just to cap that, it's like, yeah, look, we created a system where you can work out in your home, but we gatekept it from 90% of people,
right?
Or 99. I mean, 99.
And I was just getting at, I feel like with everything we have as a human race, if we really targeted one problem in America, we can have it done within 5 to 10 years.
But that's a good segue to my next question, though: is what are the best and worst parts of human nature?
I think that the
greed,
kind of like to relate back to our last question, this question, I think that we're all made up of course, atoms, and if atoms work correctly, they can create something good. But if atoms don't work properly, it creates a bomb. That's why we have these atomic bombs that go off. But like us collectively, we can explode on something that's good for us if we're all focused on the right like intention and mindset. But it takes, like you said, time for all that to happen. So you kind of need like
waves,
creation and destruction to make something that's like relevant.
It's almost
or like herd mentality to a certain extent to
well,
have that push.
Wait. How he said that, it was almost like in like basketball. How they say basketball is a game of runs.
Yes.
So you have like
Yes.
you have that part of creation, and then there's destruction. And there's like what would win out, I guess, is maybe what.
Well, we need more like give and take on like a positive end versus like
More on
always
a
taking away.
positive trend instead of a negative trend. No,
Right.
I agree with that.
If I had to give an answer to that, you said the best and worst parts about the humankind or
Nature,
race,
yeah.
human nature. I want to say the best part is faith, because without faith, I feel like we can't go forward. Faith and hope, because without that, you just have the natural thing to shut down. Like blah. I feel like having faith and hope gives us the resiliency and the ambition we need to constantly push forward and do better. Worst part, I want to say, is maybe envy and jealousy. Because you'll have people out there who feel entitled or want to feel special and privileged, so they're willing to do anything they can to have, something to themselves, whether it be an individual or a group, and want to keep it away from everybody else just so they can feel above. So maybe that's the best and worst part. People who are willing to go forward, but people who are also willing to try to separate themselves just to be better because they don't really want to be kind of a part of the human race.
Okay.
I think one of the worst parts too is that like we don't understand that we need each other every day, no matter like your ethnicity, background, upbringing. Like we kind of need each other to like keep going forward, though.
Right. No, that's 100%.
So I mean, we can like be our own worst enemy, and we are most of the time. So I guess like self-sabotaging, like we do that way too often.
Because we are mammals, right?
Yeah.
Which makes it, and we are predators. I feel like in what I was going after too is I think it comes from maybe that jealousy and envy, wanting to be like maybe a apex predator in a weird way. You want to be, because again, we're all natural
top
predators.
dog. Yeah,
you want to be the top dog. Again, just wanting to be separate.
Nah, I feel it. But another question that caught my eye because of how vast of, we're the same, but we're also different in this group, is what's the best way to explore human nature? Psychologically, philosophically, or biologically?
I would say.
Biologically,
So what is the best?
Biologically.
What is the best way to explore human nature? Is it psychologically, philosophy, or biology? I'm gonna go ahead and say philosophy
Okay. Why?
because
that's like why? Why?
the questioning of why and what is our purpose here? Are we just this fungi that keeps like
Reproducing,
creating bad on the earth, or the thought of us being infinite beings and creating something that like is relevant and makes sense?
Okay.
So like the philosophy would be like why, the philosophy would be why, the psychology would be like why would you behave that way? Maybe is that what that would be?
Psychology is like the study of like
the
philosophy would be
I would
your
say
idea.
psychology, honestly.
Yeah,
Because biology, I feel like I'm throwing that out the window because shit, we're fighting over biology right now and shit. If I'm being honest, and again, everybody, you got the right to do whatever you want. Philosophy, going back to what Ash was saying, that's
Your
studying
idea.
your ideas, your ethics, your morals, and stuff like that.
so. Can
And I
you
get
look
that.
up
That does go into human nature.
the
But
definition of psychology?
the psychology, the study of the mind. I feel like whenever you're studying the mind, you're always studying the nature of anything. So
Right.
Okay.
I'm leaning towards psychology.
And then philosophy is the study of fundamental nature of knowledge, reality, and existence.
okay.
See, those two, I mean, yeah, those kind of go hand in hand. So you both for real, you want both.
Yeah, would you?
But I'm gonna lean more towards psychology. But you can lean towards more philosophy. You wouldn't be wrong.
Well,
either
so-
way.
And you mentioned, but
basically
you mentioned
it's
throwing
like-
out biology, but biology is like the makeup of people.
Yeah, the makeup
or
of people
us.
itself.
I mean, in this era,
Like you can kind of
Your cells
if
and
we want
everything.
We're
to
fighting
be, if we want to
over
be
it.
relevant, I mean, in this era, they kind of are throwing that out the window with the whole "I identify as this." Like, you're not.
And this is the only thing that bothers me. Again, choose what you want. I respect everything, but it's like you can't be benefiting from biology, but want to throw out all the background of what biology actually is. You know what I mean? You can't argue what biology is. Biology is biology. You can't just rewrite biology to what favors your opinions.
Right.
That's fair.
And the only reason I'm leaning towards philosophy because like it's the idea and thinking of something. Like you can't throw away a whole like idea of how biology works. Like, you can't identify as that and be closed-minded on it. Like, you're not hearing the other side of what it possibly could be. So, like, take both. Take what you want from it.
I think all three of those have to play at least a factor.
They do.
I think. You know, it's like, the best way is
biology just be last on my list. I wish we had like Carl Jung and like Socrates here right now.
Yeah.
Two a major psychologist and a major philosopher going at it.
Oh, actually, I saw two. One that made me think of Euclid's. What makes people believe in absurd conspiracy theories?
Oh, that's easy because, and I loved hearing this. I forgot where I heard it, but I much rather have a mind opened by wonder than one closed by belief. And as long as you have your mind open to wondering about everything, you will believe certain things outside of the box, you know?
Okay.
Because people, and I'm not saying all people who have a belief in something are closed-minded, but for the most part, I think we can agree most people move in a herd and think, you know, herd-like. And there's very few within that herd who are actually black sheep and think independently. But me, I know Ash is on this train. John is definitely on this train. I don't know where you lean, but we're open to wondering.
Oh, yeah. I wonder a lot.
Do you?
Yeah.
Awesome. And I feel like that's healthy. You know, you should have a mind open by wondering.
I don't know, Jacob.
Dude,
I think he wondered to an extent, though.
I wonder about the dumbest shit.
Like what?
Like sad shit.
But why?
Why? Well, because I'm somebody that I have to be prepared. So
to be sad?
I wonder the what if scenarios. What if one day I woke up and I found out that Parker was involved in a car accident?
Damn.
Okay.
I do be thinking about that randomly.
But it's like,
too,
but
that
it comes across my train of thought because I have to, I wander. My mind just goes places, and sometimes it's like, I didn't. It's not like I woke up and I wanted to think about this. It just a thought that came across my head.
So when that thought crosses your mind, do you instantly go into like a downward, like, damn, I'm sad, or is it like, I should probably be more valuable the time I do have in case that does happen? Like,
looking
then
for
I won't
value
be so...
in the time that I spend with them and thinking how I would react and how could I make things right or take care of them if I needed to, or I would develop a plan of what to do. And that sounds like really bad, like planning for me, because I don't. Maybe Cliff can relate. That's what happens when you're a parent.
Yeah.
You always thinking about shit that could possibly go wrong. How would you fix it? How would you react to it? So on and so forth. So
more of an embracing mechanism.
Right.
If you, that's how I think about it.
Actually,
because again, I do be thinking about crazy shit. Like, man, if I ever got the phone call, I don't know what the fuck I'd do. But you know what? I gotta be level-headed.
right, gotta be level-headed.
I was actually talking about this yesterday in an extent, not to that of children or nothing, but like disaster preparedness as far as like disaster of
crisis management,
maneuvering like a driving situation, like your tire blows out, like what are you going to do? Like there's no like there's no thing that you can go in and say a simulation of okay, you know, before this happens in real life, what would you do? Same thing if you were in a bank and there was someone with a gun, or example for you guys, like what would you do if you're?
I'm laying the fuck down.
So there's this like, how do you plan for those things? Do you not? Do you just plan on being present in the moment and trying your best to, you know, you're going over a bridge and the fucking bridge collapses. What do you like?
Oh, you're going on one ride.
There's not much to do, but you know, you could you do anything? Could you unbuckle your seatbelt or like think fast of getting out,
like
or
jumping out and shit?
Yeah,
like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible and hope all the debris miss you, or hopefully I don't know.
And I think that's when our natural human instinct kicks in, like fight or flight or freeze.
Right, because some people do freeze. They be like, "Oh fuck," just like, watching it.
Yeah. I was worried yesterday at like the fair. You know, you've seen those videos, like the amusement park rides, like fuck up and like someone gets hurt. Like, what would I do if something happened to like somebody? And like, would I run to the, you know? Like,
see, my oldest thought about that yesterday. Jason, he gets real nervous about certain rides. Like, he'll really get like overstimulated, and it's not funny because I have to calm him down, but like once he does it, like he feels so relieved, he's happy he did it. But some people get like really just oof.
It's like So I don't think we have that. And should there be some sort of like, now with all these simulations and these metaverses and things that people can simulate disasters, like how would you react? Like, I think cops I don't know if Ivan, we could probably ask him, like, is there some sort of like they go through psychological tests, but is it like based on you pull someone over and they pull a gun out? What would you like? Is that a thing that happens with them? I mean, I'd imagine.
So I was with I had the honor of being invited to a beer Olympics yesterday, and it was hosted by
a beer Olympics.
Beer Olympics.
Ooh,
So Mr. Cisco and Cherokee officer, we know Cisco and Cherokee. Him and his cops buddies, like, they did this like beer Olympics, and like I was asking them questions, of course, while we're drinking, having a good time. But I'm like, do you guys go through like psychological training? One of the officers, Andrew, he was like, we do, but I don't think it's long enough. Because like some cops like may be biased to just people who are black and brown.
Right. There could be not enough training on. Because they're in a way they're kind of like mobile like psychologists, like they have to like maneuver people's like behaviors and shit. And
how do you assess a situation if you see a domestic violence case or something like that? How do you approach it without being
exactly like triggered or not, or how do you react? And there could be nuances of a situation that these were both domestic violence disputes, but one holy shit, they got like they got their ass beat or something, and how do you stay even, Yeah,
I think they need to develop like a mental health crisis management group before the cops show up to assess the situation, break it down, and then the cops show up and do their job. But that's a whole different level of, I don't know.
Having deja vu.
Yeah. Here's some other questions that aren't related to human nature per se, but I figured you would like this one a lot. What is the purpose of art in our society? You would like it too because you like art.
What do you mean?
Like, why do we have art? Why do we collect art?
Because the earth without art is
Yeah.
Earth without art is
Yeah, if you literally write it out, earth has art in it. And without the beautiful colors, it's kind of like, what's the point of being here?
Damn.
I seen that somewhere.
Yeah, I remember that shit. Like,
damn.
Like, yeah. That's awesome.
No, but I mean, like, no, because
that's a great answer.
You got to
That
think,
is a
because
good
like
answer.
art is beautiful, and like whatever created all this was really an architect. He took his time to like. If you ever, like I said, I want to go travel and see. Like, that's why I like golfing, because you get to see the natural beauty of just like what's there. And each place you go to is like a little bit different, but it's still nature. It's all the same. Like,
Right.
so
all the same but different.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, however you approach art, though, I just know that like art is essential in my life per se. Yeah. So.
And art is like the birth, not even the birth, it's just an expression of creativity.
Yeah.
And I think we all have an appreciation for creativity, because there's some things like we can probably see but can't put it on paper or mimic, you know what I mean? And I think we can somewhat be envious, but like in a healthy way, like, wow, that's beautiful, I like that, and I wish I could have done something like that, and I would even want it in my home type shit, So I think art is just a form of appreciation of just creativity, and it's a healthy appreciation.
And for me, it kind of to bounce off of that idea of creativity, and like I'm really fond of like maps. I love maps, like looking at maps of cities and things, and it's like this is made. This is kind of art. This is art. You look at the roads and the locations and things that are there, and it's just like that's all art, and it's all. It's very, I don't know, I just love it. I just love looking at maps.
Right, and especially the colors, too. Like, imagine if everything was just black and gray.
Be boring and white.
Yeah.
You'd
It's
be
like the McDonald's. They're new, all their buildings are black and white now.
So it's like...
They got rid of all their color.
Yeah, because they want to come more like a coffee shop vibe.
And it can trigger certain memories and emotions. Art can do that too, and I think there's an appreciation for that it can maybe take you down memory lane or certain stuff.
Like art. Like I think of when you said that, like triggering like music for me. Like I can remember like a song when it came out. Like and then I hear it, I'm like, I remember that time when it came out.
Dude,
and just kind of
all
like
the fucking time.
Yeah, and it's even like connected to certain colors. Like I won't go into it too deep in this episode, but like study like the art of colors. Like McDonald's, certain colors are red and yellow because that attracts, I don't know,
hunger,
trigger something in your brain for you to want that
Mason
thing more.
taught
Like,
me that.
Yeah.
Or
Mason
even
came in at Dollar General back when I worked there. You remember?
Yeah,
And there was this weird old black guy. Well, he ain't even weird and old. He was just an old, cool black dude, and he was a Mason. He taught me about colors and all that certain stuff, and he was giving me deep stuff, and he's like, you should join the temple, and blah, blah, blah. He was like, don't tell anybody I'm teaching you all this. He used to always tell me that at the end of my lesson. He taught me a lot. It
Yeah,
was
see?
crazy. Open my eyes up.
but no, like even like old shows or like things triggered things. You know what I mean? Like certain, yeah.
Yeah,
You
so,
triggered me.
so and the question was what art? Why is
It's,
art?
yeah, important to our society.
Yeah, it's just like, and it's just a characteristic of us, or it's like it's a you know, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a depiction of us in a way, and depiction of our thoughts, and
For instance, like, why do you have that shirt? Like, why did you buy it? What do you love about it so much?
It was gifted to me for Christmas.
I know,
Okay,
but what do you
dickhead,
love about
like,
it?
You didn't have to
threw
wear
it
that
on
shirt
today.
though.
Yeah, exactly. Why did you throw it on?
Why did I throw it on?
To correlate with the Browns hat too.
Well, the hat was afterthought. But it's Baby Yoda. I like Baby Yoda. I like Star Wars.
And you love that art on your shirt, right?
Yeah.
It's an appreciation thing, and you want everybody else to appreciate what you appreciate. And what did I tell you when I walked in? Hey, I really like that shirt.
Thanks, babe.
It's just, you know, it's
This
appreciation
guy,
thing we all get.
What?
What?
Okay.
Go ahead.
So another question is, how do you think you will die?
How do I think of what?
How do you think you will die?
Don't ask me that. That's personal. Got me over here predicting my own death.
yeah,
pretty much.
something with my heart stopping. That's probably a good idea.
Like,
a good
Are
start.
you in your sleep? Car accident?
I hope it's in my sleep.
Yeah, I hope that if I have a heart palpitation attack, that
Hop,
turns
hop,
into,
hop, hop, hop.
yeah, whatever.
Heart palpitation. Yeah.
Heart palpitation
You good now, brother?
happens in my sleep. Hopefully, I don't feel it, and yeah, I can go that way. I can go in my sleep. Much rather it be a forever dream than wake up, feel the shit. I don't want to feel it.
Yeah, my grandma, my family, she was my grandma in spirit. Like it was never like official, but like my grandma, she passed away in her sleep, and it was like, okay, you know, that makes me feel good. Like not good that she passed away, but good enough. Like
She didn't suffer.
Yeah,
Right.
she didn't feel it, and yeah.
And it kind of led me to a question of like how people handle grief. Like again, Bonnie Santiago passed away. So like I was kind of like watching her family respond to how the death happened because I've had multiple grandparents pass away, so I'm kind of used to that like phase of life. But like they got the time to actually say goodbye to her versus some people
Right.
get that time to like when you go, you go.
Yeah.
Right.
So it wasn't kind of like too brutal to them. They kind of like eased into the thought of like you not being here anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Like even for people like us, like people who know us, like if we were to go away, how do you think that would affect other people? So I hope,
Yeah, like that.
Right.
So like my grandma, she passed. We did not. She just passed. She was in her apartment. She just passed away in her apartment. I didn't get to say goodbye. We, you know.
see,
That's where it comes like, would you rather know when it's happening so you can make these arrangements or just like that?
Well, then it always goes back to like people say like have every moment that you know spend with somebody should be when you leave or when you say when you go to bed, don't argue, don't be in an argument, don't be mad at each other.
yeah, they say that
you
in
know,
marriage. Yeah,
You know, like it just I think that could be a good thing for just people in general. Like just don't be, try to be your best self every time because then you don't know then if that's going to be the last time you see someone and
yeah. I just try to, if I were to go, not saying I want to go,
Got
Just
to
with-
after this conversation.
love on my heart for whoever was around me. Like that's the best way to put it. Like I hope positivity just spews out if I were to
I
go.
need a level 5 banger.
What?
a what?
I need a level 5 banger.
Jacob?
I'm going out. Level 5 up in the
I thought you were getting intense right. I'm like level 5 banger.
What is that?
What?
What is that? Like a coke bump or something? What are you talking about?
This guy-
Damn, that was aggressive. Coke pump? Nah, B. But yeah. How do I think I
I
say
still want to
that?
know what the fuck you mean by level 5 banger. Like I'm over
He's
here
talking-
confused.
Like, I want a big ass party.
Oh,
like,
my-
when
Oh, you
I
want to go out
go,
like Coming to
I'm-
America too, like the dad did.
I've never seen it, but yeah, go, sure.
What? Of course you did.
Oh, shit.
Of course, it makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, so just have a big ass party for me.
And actually, not to be morbid, but like our podcast for 2 years plus, someone could, if they wanted to, they could like see us and hear us
Hi.
for after we're gone. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
like this is like
Live on
cemented
forever.
Yeah. Until YouTube takes it off, it's like, yeah, we got to get rid of some shit.
Yeah, clean it out.
Delete.
Yeah.
Delete,
Oh, shit.
delete.
House.
When will YouTube like be like or the internet in general like we can't hold your grandma's picture from 2002? Okay?
Why can't they?
Like, why if they can't? I'm just saying if they can't.
Yeah.
If it's like, look,
Is
Space.
the internet
Space is
like
out.
an infinite? I was about to say, is the internet like an infinite space and
I think it
universe
is.
in itself?
well, like for example, I know at my job we buy like servers and storage, and it's a limited amount. You know,
That's a
it's
scam.
like,
I think that's the biggest scam ever.
yeah, it's like
Storage spaces that
data.
you have to buy.
Right.
We live in
chips.
this vast universe of all
Where the,
this
hell,
space.
where the hell my save stuff at anyways when I save it?
Right. When
cloud?
I
What's the
delete
cloud?
something, where does it really go?
Do I got a tangible cloud, or is it like one of those servers at one of your headquarters? Can I touch it? Can I feel it? Can I hold the shit?
You know what?
Can I
After
lick
having
it?
This
What?
conversation. Go print your shit out. Go print it out. Make sure.
yeah.
You
Go to Walmart.
Can I what? The John extra head ass.
All right, Jacob, give me a positive question. Something
Right.
else like
Positive.
Because I almost said pass. I didn't really like that.
Yeah.
One.
Okay. What are your biggest goals in your life? What progress have you made in attaining them?
That's personal too. Damn.
You said I thought you said uplift. That sounded uplifting. You talk about.
we could.
we can do it. I was just talking shit, man.
Damn. I'm sorry.
What was the question again?
Fudge. I lost it. Dang it.
Like
man.
personal goals.
What are your
yeah.
biggest
Oh,
goals
biggest
for
goal.
your?
What are your biggest goals for your life? What progress have you made in attaining them?
Right now, my biggest goal is to shoot in golf, shoot a 74.
Nice.
I'm going for a hole in one.
Par, baby, par every time.
What am I doing to help that? I golf more.
You golf a lot.
Yeah, as I should. I mean, that's a good hobby to have.
You golf a lot and you beat Jacob by 12 strokes.
And I just started last month,
Ew.
Tiger Hood.
dude. I'm on the course like I'm gonna get us out the hood on this one for sure.
Clip this shit. Come on.
Like, mama, I got us.
Get out of here.
Jacob, for you though.
Wait. Can I have a beer? Have a beer, please.
No.
Beer me.
While we take that break, this episode is sponsored by Creative Genius Brand. Make sure you guys go on our website, www.creativegeniusbrand.org. Get your merch with us. Right now, I'm taking a mental break, so you can order on the website. But if you need to reach out to me, the email is there in the description. So
Yeah, and we'll drop the link, in the description and on the video here
Jacob,
right
I'll
now.
take another one.
wherever you want to put the pin in the video, Jacob. Yeah, so.
Do not throw it.
Oh, that's
Jesus.
shaking up.
Oh, God.
So, Jacob, you will save our lives, though, right? Would you become the
What the fuck?
glizzy goblin for us?
No.
If it came down to it?
No.
Dude, no, we're not putting this in there.
No?
I got.
Okay.
I know CPR though. I am CPR certified. So if I had to give you guys CPR, I would save you guys' life.
Don't kiss me. Don't put your lips on.
So if I had to save you guys, if
Kill
I
him.
had to use CPR to save you guys' life, yes, I would. Yeah.
No. Your lips are chapped, too, so definitely not. Don't touch me.
hey, before the episode started, he was standing next to me. I'm like, Jacob, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, man.
Your breath right now
your
is hot.
shit's kicking. Yeah.
This is also sponsored by Blistex. Jacob, might need this. Yeah. Nah, yeah, if that comes down to it, please don't touch me. Just let me go.
You had a good life, man.
I'm good. You could have saved it. No, hell no.
We're all sitting here. I push him off you like,
That's not what he wanted.
you heard what he said.
All right.
He had a good life.
All right.
What if you woke up and like you see who saved you and gave you CPR? Would you be like,
Nah, knowing him, he'd be in the room waiting in the corner like,
With some flowers.
With his hand, with his leg crossed, like
do you remember?
it was special for me. What about you?
I kept thinking about it, so I had to come see you.
You have your Starbucks ready and everything.
I got your favorite drink?
What the hell?
Last night was amazing.
Yeah, no.
Came out after 7 for you.
Oh my god, that's too funny.
All right, Jacob.
I have no more questions.
What's our time at right now? 44.
We're at 44.
I need a funny question though, man. Can you give me like something funny to like?
Okay, I can look the interwebs.
Okay.
For a funny question. I
Yeah,
came out after this.
Yeah, just let me go, Jacob. Don't touch me. Mm-mm. I'm cool. Let's see. What other questions we got up there? What's the most terrible punishment you could ever think of?
I don't know. No,
I don't want to answer that because I don't want to get canceled.
Oh God.
A car ride with Jacob for more than 3 hours? That might be.
I got some dark shit.
What?
Oh shit.
Hey, if any of you guys could choose your name, what would it be and why? Like, if you woke up and was like, "I'm changing my name," what would it be?
So kind of like Hancock.
Yeah.
that's your name.
No, like the movie Hancock.
If you want to be called Hancock, man, brother, it's all you. It's all you.
First name Dixie, last name Enormous. That'd be my name. Yo. You read it out, Dixie Enormous? Oh. There you go. Jacob, for you. That's a kick-ass name. Yeah.
I don't know.
Jay.
What?
Just
Jay.
How would you spell it?
Jay. Jay.
I mean,
Jay.
Jay.
definitely gay.
Jay. Call me Jay.
Why Jay
Why?
though?
What the
We can call you Jay now. Jacob.
Do you want that?
No, I
You
don't.
secretly been
No,
wanting
I
to
like
call
Jacob.
Jay?
Yeah.
It's okay.
I like Jake and Jacob.
It's okay if you want to cut off the K and the C.
No, bro, I'm fine.
Jay.
Don't
Call
talk to
you
me.
Jay.
Don't talk to me. Don't fucking call me Jay.
We have a new host on the show.
Jay.
Welcome, Jay.
Exit Jacob. Welcome Jay.
Get the fuck out of here.
Alter ego. There's that one guy. Not that I wanted. It's just a funny name that I thought of. There's that guy. He went like viral like maybe 4 months ago. He was dancing to I think a 3-6 Mafia song, and he was dancing in like clogs. White dude, blue polo. If you've seen it, you'd know. His name is Zeb.
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 XEB.
Yeah. No, Z-E-B.
ZEB. Okay.
Zeb. Call me that.
Zeb.
Zebediah.
How about? Oh, I got a question for you, Ash.
All right.
I honestly, I don't know if I can really answer this question.
Can't change your name.
Yeah,
'Cause it's just too iconic. You're
it
too
ain't even
unknown
that.
in the
It's just,
streets.
I'm just thinking like, fuck. That's like,
Good job,
I
John.
don't know. I never really secretly thought, man, I hate my name. I wish my name was this type shit.
Yeah.
So,
You know, for me, it's John is a biblical name, and I'm not religious, so it's kind of like, but it's fine. I'm John, out the book. What's up? What's up?
look me up. 316.
Yeah, you know, I looked my name up too. It was a friend of deer and champion of warriors.
Little
Oh.
bitch.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like
Little bitch.
Friend of deer?
I'm like friend of deer.
Little bitch.
Mine
Dude.
is basic as fuck. A man
Yeah.
who lives near a cliff.
Really?
Yeah, a man who lives in a town near a cliff.
Nuh-uh.
Clifton. That's what.
I mean, kind of okay. Yeah. Well,
Like,
Oh.
I mean, I live right near, like, don't we got cliffs right there on the banks and shit?
see,
The-
so-
They're like ledges, yeah. Like
there you
ridges.
What's the strangest purchase you ever made?
Okay. I like this question better.
strangest purchase.
That's a good one.
I don't know. Like recently purchased or like
Just something that you bought that is strange, and you're just like,
I was
and you
with-
made money off of it, or you just like flipped it or whatever.
I was with you when I bought it. I remember we went to Walmart. I got detergent. I got a machete.
yeah, it's so random. Like it's going through. I need some
Bought a
detergent.
machete out of nowhere?
There's something we had to go to Walmart for something. I was like, I need detergent. But then we were walking in the sports section. It was like a $6 machete. I was like,
I might need this.
it was like an 18-inch or 24. What? It's 18 or 24.
It's a pretty hefty size.
Yeah,
machete.
I was like, of course I'm buying it for $6. Like, why wouldn't I? I got
He said, come up. Come up on that machete.
I have it. So in my house. Side note for anyone who wants to rob me. Every room has something for you, and if you come into one room, you might find a machete in your head.
Okay, see?
Did you sharpen it?
No.
Oh, he said, you'll get tetanus too, bitch.
Have you used it at all?
No, I have. No, wait. Have I swung it?
Yeah,
Hey, maybe.
it's the practice.
Just practice a little bit.
You see John in his living room in his boxers, like,
Big swing. Mailman coming by, you good, man? Hey, it's all
El Gringo.
like a fucking pirate. It's,
Just wait till you be safe out there, all right?
hey, neighbor.
Oh gosh, Jacob.
That was probably my weirdest purchase.
What about you, Cliff? You got one?
I'm over here thinking hard as fuck.
Yeah, I had a weird purchase. I wonder what like would constitute a weird purchase.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because people do buy machetes, but like for you, I mean, it would be.
That's weird for John.
It was like I would have had no intention of finding one or wanting one. I'm like, sure, I'll buy one for $6, and one of my best purchases probably.
Yeah, I can't say that I buy anything weird. I mean, no. We all have different interests, so I mean,
Right.
Right, don't call me weird, man. You calling me weird?
Right.
If I was.
Swear up.
what about for you, Jacob? Is it this coffee that you drink every day?
No, I don't drink it every day.
Your poop juice?
I don't drink coffee every day. I can't think of one right now, actually.
I mean, I guess I never thought I'd buy one, so my strangest one is like a stripper pole, but it's more of a gift.
Okay.
Like I never thought I ever in my life would
Okay.
outright buy a stripper pole.
I get you.
That's fair. That's fair.
I didn't think that was ever written in my stars. Like, you know what, you're gonna buy a stripper pole as a gift someday. So
Oh yeah, so yeah, I can relate here. Maybe I'll spur. I bought for my niece's 1-year-old or her first birthday. I
A
bought
stripper pole, John? Just a little early to be pursuing that career, but
here's entrepreneurship.
Yeah. There you go.
make something of yourself.
You get. I bought
you.
a full body giraffe suit basically because it was a
Oh, that's random.
it was a jungle theme party and I was like
you're so nice, John.
I walked in, it has like a tail and shit, and people were like, "Oh my god!"
be careful wearing that, man.
That's awesome though.
Yeah,
You might walk to the wrong party and
give me a tail.
furries might get at you.
Yeah,
man.
literally. That's the whole thing too. Furry people. Sorry.
What-
Hey,
oh, this one I know. This
No
John,
kink
this is
shame.
you.
No kink shame.
What's the best excuse for being late you've heard or used?
me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, somebody at my job, I read because Terry used to keep like a wall of excuses that he thought were golden, and the one that poked out to me was somebody said they called off because they were frying bacon naked and grease popped on their penis. So they
Frying
suffered.
bacon naked is like a really like fun word. Like,
I mean, that's pretty valid though, right?
What about you, Ash?
I don't know, man. I'm trying to think now. The strangest?
No, best excuse for being late
best excuse.
you've heard or used.
Best. See what constitutes the best?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I've used not an excuse. I mean, like my dog like faked being injured for me to like spend more time with him one time.
That's funny.
It's like, all right, dude. Like, but he was actually. I think he actually did bum his knee a little bit. But
Covering his ass just in case they
yeah,
listen.
he was hurt. He was hurt. I had to take him.
I don't have one.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm always just like, I'll be there soon.
Or I just say I'm not showing up. Yeah.
Oh, I'll say after my clothes are still in the dryer.
Ooh,
Like I'm
okay.
waiting.
That's a good. I mean, it's a good excuse. If it,
That's the
If it-
truth. It's but the truth. Yeah,
I'm just not feeling it today. To be honest with you, like, I'm not coming.
just keep it a stack.
Take
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
See?
Okay, well,
Any more funny questions, or are we done with the questions and want to wrap up mental health? It's about 53 minutes in.
ooh,
Oh no, I got a good one. What's your go-to guilty pleasure
I was
song?
gonna say, yeah,
Ooh,
I have one.
guilty.
I'll start.
Go ahead.
I like the Rick Rolled song a lot.
The what?
Rick Rolled, never gonna
Give you up.
Okay, there
Never
you
gonna
go.
get.
That's my shit.
I got
dude.
that shit on Fortnite.
That's my. Yeah, they have that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that is my song. Yeah.
Oh man.
People memed it so much. I'm like, it's a good song.
So guilty pleasure that
You low key like the Backstreet Boy NSYNC. You play.
I kind of do like
you
that
be
song.
playing
a
it at the
little bit.
bars. Like
I mean, I got like a list of like random songs I do play. For
like
some
you-
reason, I've been in like this '80s rock and roll, that type
Hell
of thing.
yeah.
Like, I like that.
Age
music.
rock is
So
good.
is this any activity or is it music?
It's a
mean-
song,
Just
A song?
guilty pleasure song.
Oh, guilty pleasures.
Love song by Sarah Bareilles.
how's it go? Please don't. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not.
Not gonna write you a love song.
Say again. No, just you can just
I
tell
can't think of it now.
Sing the lyrics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe not sing the lyrics because he might.
Butcher it.
Yeah, the viewers might log off.
I like Lizzo's songs about damn time.
Okay.
That's a good
In
song
a
too.
minute, I'm gonna need a woman.
What the fuck is that, John?
Found mine. I couldn't think of the name because there's a bunch. Like I like Sublime and certain shit, but this song recently is called "Free Fall" by Rainbow Kitten Surprise.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
I've heard of that.
15 seconds, can you play it? Maybe? No?
I mean, if you guys are on it.
Fuck it. Yeah.
That's what I heard.
I may know what you're talking about. I've heard this song before.
We're gonna get muted, so you guys
All
have
right,
it. Yeah.
Nice.
It's like 5-10. Okay, well.
Nice. I've
I
heard.
like alternative music.
Yeah, and who are they called again? What's it called?
Rainbow Kitten Surprise.
Yeah, I know them. Yeah, a little bit, just a little.
I've heard of
That's
them.
the only song I've heard by him, and I love it. Leave it there.
Nice.
Or Tennessee Whiskey. I like that song.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a banger, though. All right, hold on. I got a whole playlist. Each morning I listen to. It's called, hold on. Mixed Energies.
Okay. This is you?
This is me.
Oh, that's you? Okay.
This is a good song.
This is.
I fuck with it.
Head
Underwater,
and you tell me.
it's breathe easy.
We gotta
for a
clip this right
while.
here. This part.
Even I
Know that.
That was my shit back in the day. On VH1.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm not gonna write
You
you
a
a
love song, cause you asked for it, cause you need one. You see? Yeah, okay, John. Oh,
No, it's a whole list of songs like
They had
seven
bangers on for us for real.
Seven Nation Army. That's a good one.
oh, it's fire.
That song gets me so pumped to like I don't
You don't
know.
know
I just
Seven Nations Army?
walk into work. Let's see if I can play a snippet of it though. Oh, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
hell yeah.
Nice.
I was about to say, if you don't
Like
know,
the chills too. Like
Yeah.
gets me ready for like the Browns season. Like
Yeah.
and then
Nice.
oh my god.
This is definitely stadium music.
Nice. There's actually times it's funny that you mentioned like getting ready, getting pumped. Like, so when I go to work, I'm on the 6th floor. I think I might have said this to you guys before. When I'm going up like the elevator, I feel like I'm like a performer. You know, like getting ready to like.
Like you walking a circle. Like I'm about to walk.
Yeah, I'm in the elevator. Like, all right. When I get out of the elevator, I'm like, all right, it's time to get to fucking work.
play some.
Then it's me on my computer like 5 minutes later.
Oh man.
Fucking no. The song I used to get pumped up to before hanging out with you guys back in the days, most of the time as a teenager, was "You Don't Have to Call" by Usher.
No,
Used to put that shit on repeat. Get fresh.
It's
head
okay.
music.
Do like the
girl.
spin.
Take a shower.
That's a banger.
Get fresh head, yeah.
I just need hype. Like whenever I get like ready to head over here on the weekend, like just hype music. It doesn't really have to be a particular song. It has to get me going. It has to be. We in this shit. We going. We here.
We talked about the Edwin Diaz intro song. He plays for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays maybe. Mets. He plays for the Mets.
Okay.
It's like if you look up Edwin Diaz intro song, play this shit, and then we'll go to the mental health check.
Yes.
There we go.
This song is a fucking banger, dude.
Oh,
No, you did.
one last song for me too is All Star by Smash Mouth.
Oh yeah.
Classic.
Yeah. Then John, you sent this song the other day too.
That song makes me want to go skate.
Dude, South City.
I almost started singing it with y'all. I know that shit verbatim.
when you first like sent it over, I'm like, what did you say? I had to replay it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna send another verse. Yeah, I got you.
Oh yeah. So he's getting ready. So he's getting ready to like come out, and when he opens the door up, the fucking the trumpets start playing. Here, watch.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Ooh. I feel like I'm about to go fight a bull or
Hell,
something.
I'll run through a fucking wall.
Gladiator.
You literally, you're in the fucking.
Is there anyone left?
Who can challenge me?
Oh, did you guys watch that new
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'm playing on it. House of Dragons.
House of Dragons.
Oh,
Oh,
I have not.
fire.
Haven't yet. Don't.
Rawr.
Should I finish the original before I start this or no?
Yes, but
kind of don't
Do I
have to.
need
Though.
to?
you don't need to, but
Okay.
it's recommended.
Okay.
You got to.
I was like one of those things like you. I saw something that says, "Don't do it" or "Do this." Parentheses recommended type shit.
I mean, if you watch like how you're into like the Marvel and stuff like that,
Yeah.
would you jump out of order to watch something that's
I was
new came
just
out?
about to say
Okay,
that.
that's fair. That's fair.
It's the same.
You would get on somebody if they jumped out of order. You'd be like, no, you need to go back and do this first.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
So, y'all ready for some mental health checks?
Sure.
Beat me up, Scotty.
How's yours, Cliff?
Well, after my magic school bus trip, I came back, and as I promised, I'm a 10.
He's at 10.
Even though my life has been extremely up and down as of recently,
Talk more in the mic, please. Go over like.
you ain't gonna make me do shit.
Yeah, you gonna
I
make
just-
it
it was
shit.
amplify this shit,
Whoa!
motherfucker.
It was like a suggestion, like a suggestion box.
Oh, like the little paper
Yeah.
clip
Yeah.
that used to pop up in Microsoft.
Yeah.
But
Clippy.
after my magic school bus trip, though, I gained a lot of appreciation, as I always do. And regardless of all the challenges that I've been recently facing, I understand that I have the power of reaction. That's the only power I have. And I chose to use it as a superpower and be happy while using it. So I'm cool. I'm keeping it that simple. I'm a 10.
Nice.
10.
Appreciation.
What about
That's good to
you,
hear.
Mr. John?
Oh shit, man, shit.
I'm good. Everything's good. There really no complaints. Summer is wrapping up.
Don't say that.
Yes, it is.
Don't say that.
It
But
is,
today,
though.
but
Fall's
right now
coming.
it's hot. So I hope you're outside enjoying the weather because it's like 90 degrees out right now.
It's because I'm out and about.
Don't rap. I feel like you're about to start rapping.
No, I wasn't there yet. Nah.
Keep going, John.
Please.
So I'm good. Everything's good. School's going, work going. Work needs to. Work is good. Work is good. We're just gonna
Can't stop, won't stop.
can't stop, won't stop, and I got to get back on my eBay grind. That's one of my things. I got to get back on hustling a little bit. I took basically this whole summer. I bought new shit. I haven't even listed anything.
You got
that
a bunch
I
of
bought.
dead stock.
Dead stock. So I had dead stock. We had our garage sale, and then I haven't listed anything that from the sales that I went to. So it's like, okay, you got rid of shit. So now it's time to replenish. And I made my first sale in a while, like yesterday. So maybe that'll be my spark.
You
So.
can say, I'm back on the block.
Yeah. Hey, what? Hey,
It was a little cold without me.
what it do?
Don't be baller box.
What about you?
No, my number, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm like, I say I'm about a 9. I would say 9.5. I'm there.
Can't give yourself a fucking 10, huh?
I'm pretty good. I'm doing very well. Very well.
What about you, Big Ash?
I'm at like a 9.5.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to go into detail about that?
I mean, if you want to.
I don't know. Like Clifton, took a magic school bus trip. Just the level of love and appreciation and gratitude has like been through the roof. Like I'm just starting to tap more into the spirit of Oscar, this entity that I am, pretty much, and being able to pour that into people's lives. And like, I know that my superpower is love. That's what I discovered. So like, whenever people see me, I want you to know everything is love.
Do you love me?
I don't love you.
I feel
So
that.
yeah. So
I be trying to radiate that, but a lot of people don't want my shit.
I want
and that's
shit.
fine, right? And I'm like, if you don't want to take it, I still wish you the best of
I'll take
whatever
your love.
in your life. Yeah.
Always.
So yeah, because like Jacob keeps telling me I had this weird energy that like I don't see it, but I guess everybody else does. Jacob, how do you?
All I said was, you as yourself, as a person, are a very well-known and very well-respected person. So, therefore, you have that ability to go up to almost anybody and, like, ask them for a favor, and they would probably do it for you just because you are that genuine, you are that kind, you are that type of person that you radiate positivity.
It's called high frequency.
High frequency energy.
Oh, so like a high frequency person. So like,
Yes.
and it like kills me sometimes. Cause like I try
He's
to
like,
like,
no, I'm not. He was like, no, I'm not. I'm like, bro, you can walk into a room, and if people know you and know who you are and know what you stand for, opportunities will come to you, or people like that are in power will extend the olive branch that you will be able to take use of one day.
and it goes back to what I was saying earlier in the episode. I'm like, once you realize your frequency of where you are in life and where you want to be, you can change it. Your algorithm on you for yourself, though. Like, that's why I'm like, okay, I want abundance in my life. I want wealth, money, per se. So, like, I'll meditate, which I'm doing more now of, right? So that helps me channel, just channel like different versions of myself and go have conversations with, like, say Ash wants to be a billionaire. Let me meditate, walk into that space and ask that person questions like, Ash, you're on this yacht. What did you do to get here?
Okay.
And then try to apply it to what I'm doing now. Like, what am I doing now to feed into that future self?
So you want a yacht one day?
Yeah, I will have a yacht one day.
You want to own a yacht one day?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm glad that you and I think a lot of people, there's definitely a portion of people that don't, not forward think, but like future speak, you know, and they're so, we talked about it earlier, like how it's, you know, being positive, and I think being negative is just as easy, if not easier, or saying I'm thinking right now, I can't think 5 years down the road what I will have because I'm struggling right now. Yeah. So people don't want to think, even if they're struggling now, they can't think 5 years ahead.
Yeah, because there was like, I was listening on TikTok again. Clifton mentioned this like off the podcast. It's good that I'm like on TikTok because I seen this like feed of like, it was Tom Hanks and a bunch of other actors sitting around the table, and it was like, you feel sad? This too shall pass. You feel happy? You feel joyous? This too shall pass. You're not really rich right now? This too shall pass. So like everything will pass. So like don't get attached to that one thing.
It's kind of like meditation.
Yeah, because everything will pass. Yeah. And the moment you get attached to it, that's when you like anchor yourself down to whatever it is. So to answer your question, yes, 9.5. There you go.
Nice. Nice.
No, that was nice. Yeah. I'm at like a 10, confident 10.
Nice.
Yeah. So this week everything's been going pretty good. Next week trying to start to some shit. But so a couple days ago, daughter came home 1:30. Didn't communicate with us what time she was coming home.
1:30 p.m. or a.m.
Yeah, kind of. You gotta communicate with us.
She didn't tell you where she was, or
no, we knew where she was.
Okay.
But she knows what time to be home by, so she tried to pull that kid shit, which that's fine. Whatever, you a kid. We all try to pull the shit. Whatever. So she comes home last night. I'm like, so. I thought, I pushed for you to be able to take your boyfriend home during the week because I know you're a good kid and that's something you enjoy doing, whatever, it's your gas. Do it. Yeah. Just make sure you're home at this time. Mm-hmm. I said, because if you don't, you're going to piss me off and I'm not trying to be an asshole parent right now. And I said, but the other night when he came home at 1:30, that was some dickhead shit. You know that, right? She's like, yeah. I said, good. Don't be a dickhead no more. I said, you smart enough.
Laying down the law.
I was like,
that's soft ass law.
Yeah, well, what do you mean dickhead though?
I was like, you know how to communicate with us. Don't act like you don't know what time you gotta be home by. Right. She was like,
because she might have got caught up in deep conversation.
Right, and that's fine. I get it, whatever. But you know. But yeah, she was like, yeah, it was a dickhead. I can't fucking say it, John.
Everybody good.
But yeah, besides that, everything's good.
Lay down the law. Don't be no fucking. I feel like, not to say how to parent, right?
Oh shit.
I feel like you're really friendly with that. Like, don't be a dickhead.
I was an asshole about it because I told her straight up. I said, because if you start to make it a habit, then guess what? Every minute you're late, I will write it down, and then I would just.
Wow.
Oh no.
I'm at 5 minutes. So shit.
No, and guess what?
That's what I'm saying.
After I decide what that value is, look, you owe me this much in babysitting time, this many hours in babysitting time. I'll be
like, fuck you.
And I'll be like, give me the card because it's not in your name. Oh yeah. Got that ass. Dumbass.
So your thing is to prove a point, though.
You know what's crazy? When I just thought about it, like even after you mentioning that, you're going to be a grandpa first out of this whole group.
Yeah.
If she wants kids.
Who?
True, if she wants
kids. Or even Parker. I mean, potentially even Parker.
If he should have kids.
Well, I'm saying like, you might be.
Teenage pregnancy is real.
I'm saying, we are definitely 0. We have nothing. You at least have kids that are spawning. You spawned kids. They're here.
I'm just saying, Taylor, is his kid.
Yeah.
he has a greater chance of being the grandpa first. You're gonna be a grandpa by the time you're 42.
You got to jump for us, Cliff, today.
Uncle Grandpa type of deal.
He said 12 years, I'm going to have a grandkid.
By that time, she'll be 30. And I'm trying to be respectful.
No, that's
I'm not
fair.
gonna say she's gonna have one in her 20s.
She ain't going to have a kid. Cause the only reason why I say that and I'm semi-confident is because she doesn't like kids.
That don't mean nothing.
Like, she can't stand kids. Like, she has low tolerance for them, but that's about it. Do you have tolerance for kids, Ash? Or you like, you pet them a little bit, then you go home?
Hi. Hey, buddy.
Hey, bud, you
Nah,
Play some action-
kids really love me though. It's weird.
play
'cause,
some
like,
action figures real quick, then go home?
No, babies like really gravitate towards me. Like they'll stare at me for a long time,
High energy people.
Babies love
Yeah.
good energy people.
and they'll just like stare and like
See?
smile, and then I'm like, okay.
That's what made me want one.
Or
I'm
maybe
like,
it's
okay, They're all
gas.
attracted. I'll be a good one.
Maybe it's gas.
Maybe they gotta focus.
Yeah.
Focus on getting it out.
You ever see that video of a little kid talking to his dad, and he was like, in mid conversation, he was like, he's like, "Are you taking a shit right now?" He was like,
I'd be so mad right now.
"You did not do that shit." Hey, that's fine. I'm like, I'll wait.
All right, Cliff, hit us with a Jimmy Jim.
All right, a goal is not always meant to be reached. It often serves simply as something to aim at. Bruce Lee.
Shout out to you, Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee.
Thanks,
A
Bruce.
good quote from him too. Be like water.
Be like water.
I agree, because some things you don't need. You just need to go in that direction to realize you didn't need it, but maybe you grew.
Oh. Well, that's been another episode of It's On Us. Till next time.
To the next episode.
You guys stay wavy.
Bye, Mom.
And that is going to wrap it, guys. The episode is finished. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to like it, share it with your friends and family, and be sure to follow us on all our social media pages at IOU Podcast 440. Again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the continued support. We'll see you soon. Bye.